This week's show, we're here in Singapore. We're going to explore what there is to see and do beyond the airport. It's time you get out and have a look. Now, deep underground is the Singapore Metro Rapid Transport. It's easy to use. You get yourself a little EasyLink card. You can charge it with some money. It's cheap, efficient, and it's extremely clean. Basically, put your money on that, stick it in your wallet, and tap and go. And that's all you have to worry about. Singapore is so safe. There is cameras everywhere under here, so you are being watched 24/7. And of course, rules and regulations, no chewing gum. And I feel like they're watching me on every move. And you do have to be quick. I must say, the doors close quite fast. So let's run in before it's too late. So where are you heading today?
I'm heading out to Chinatown.
Okay, have you been down there before?
No, we only arrived off the plane this morning.
Okay, is this your first time in Singapore?
It is, yep.
So what have you been doing?
We've walked along the river and, seen some of the big buildings and the Ferris wheel and,
What do you think of Singapore?
Oh, it's all really clean and modern and, brilliant transport system and things. Everything's so organised.
Quite cheap too. I find the transport, compared to back home, I'm sure it's a lot more affordable.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're going to have something to eat down in Chinatown?
That's the plan.
Good. Well, we might actually head down there eventually too. Chinatown, and no visit is complete unless you do pop down here, buy a little kitschy little gift for somebody and try some of the local foods. Chinatown is one of the most popular tourist destinations for Singapore. Not only is it the world's oldest, it's the world's largest Chinatown. It's a mixture of Baroque architecture and Victorian. Great place to wander through the streets and try the local food. Judy's just turned local. What made you come to Singapore?
Oh, my parents and my family migrated in the 1960s.
Okay. So what's your background?
My background?
Chinese?
I'm Chinese, yes, pure Chinese.
So there's a lot of Chinese people obviously in Singapore, but it's a mixture of all sorts of cultures, isn't it?
Yes.
So what are you loving about Singapore at the moment?
Okay, education.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And very safe to walk around.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would say at least, okay, you don't walk with fear.
No. I would say the food as well.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have so many varieties, okay? And we not only have the Chinese, we have not only the Western, Japanese, and now we have Vietnam, Thai, and everything.
Everything is absolutely here for every flavour. What's your favourite food then?
Oh yeah, American hamburger.
See, I know everyone craves for a hamburger. What is it with a hamburger?
No, well, it depends. You see. Sometimes you want something light, you want something heavy.
True.
Okay, you want something spicy.
Yep.
Now, of course, you also have the Indian culture. You have the, we call it the roti prata, the toasting.
You're making me hungry now.
Yeah.
Take me out to dinner. Come on, let's go eat. We're here at the Fountain of Wealth. This is the world's largest fountain. This was listed in the Guinness World Records. Now, the Fountain of Wealth has a light show every night. From about 8 o'clock, you can see this fantastic laser lit show. So we're just waiting for it to get a little bit darker before it starts. And it's a great view from under here. During the day, you can walk into the centre and touch the water. So we're just going to now wait and see. About another hour. The bronze ring at the top of the fountain is designed based on the Hindu mandala and is a symbolic representation of oneness in the spiritual, and unity of further symbolises the equality and harmony of all races and religions in Singapore. Here on the famous Orchard Road, this is the major shopping centre full of designer labels. Now, designer labels, Gucci, Armani, Prada, you'll find all the high-end product down here, as well as peppered with a multitude of shopping malls. The night has started, and as you can see, as the night drops, the city comes to life and the streets are packed. We were here about 12 o'clock last night as well, and it was pretty busy. So it's a street that does not sleep. No trip to Singapore is without a visit to Little India, and one of the things you'll first notice that Little India is not so little. Weaving away flowers, what's the purpose of this?
It's for prayers, for the prayers lah.
So obviously there's a lot of temples around here and everybody just buys, it's an offering, yeah?
Yeah, right. They come to our shop and ask for order the garland. What type of garland they want, we can make for them and give.
So you specialise?
Specialize. What type of flowers they want.
So how much is something like this?
This is $10 garland.
$10, okay. And the gods will be happy.
Yeah, some people they want different type of flowers for different garden. So we make for them. Sometimes they ask for rose. And yellow flower. They want make as a garland. So we just make for them this one.
The place is absolutely packed. Now, Mustafa's behind me is the largest supermarket, the cheapest little supermarket. You'll find all the jewels of everything you want. Bring an empty suitcase. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, open, never closes. And even at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, it is still packed. Have a look at everybody. We cannot film inside, but I tell you what, I'll see you later. I'm going to go shopping. I might just join you after the break. Right behind me is the Formula One Grand Prix track here in Singapore, and it overlooks the City Flyer, which is the massive Ferris wheel, and of course Marina Bay Sands on the other end of me. But now we're going to go up and see the Singapore Flyer. Joined here with Jeff. He's the sales and marketing manager, so he knows the inside out of the wheel. Now tell us, when did it start?
Okay, the flyer was officially opened on 15 April 2008 by our Prime Minister, and the wheel is built at the cost of $240 million and took about 2 years and 3 months to build.
Wow.
Okay, the capsule, right, is a technological breakthrough, because what happened if you look at the wheel, the capsule actually rotates along the perimeters of the rim. So we have stabilizer in the capsule that allows you to stand upright at any position. So
Instead of rolling around,
rolling around.
Yeah.
We have 28 capsule. The size of the capsule is the size of a single decker bus. It measures 7 by 4 by 4 meter. It's good for 28 people. And so if you look at it this way, we have 28 guests, 28 capsule, and you know what? We run 28 rotation in a single day.
Well, there you go. It's all about the numbers, yes?
Yeah, you know the Chinese love the number, right? 28. It's an auspicious number.
The wheel was running the opposite way to begin with, because that obviously meant the money was running out of the city. So who brought that up, and then you had to change the direction?
Well, I'm surprised that he brought that up. Okay, you know what happened is when we first the wheel first started, it was moving at anti-clockwise, and we met up with a Tibetan monk and said, "Hey, why are you going against nature? You should be doing clockwise. You're moving everything out from the Wall Street of Singapore, the Eastern Anchorage."
Part of the new experience here at the Singapore Flyer is the interactive room, and you get to walk through, and we're going to get scanned. This is a bit of fun, and it just takes you through the journey and a bit of a history of Singapore and all about the Flyer. How long does it take to come through the interactive world? You can spend quite a bit of time just in here.
Actually, spend quite a bit of time, and I think the whole idea is to add more value to our ticket.
Yep.
So right now, instead of just a half an hour flight, you can extend it maybe beyond an hour.
Definitely. Part of the whole experience. It's a half-hour trip each rotation, and we are just about to line up and go in. We're now in the capsule of the Singapore Flyer and ever so slowly moving around. So we're going to see some of the spectacular sights of Singapore out the view of this little bubble. Now at the top of the wheel, we're about to spin down the other side, and it seems to go so fast, effortlessly and very smooth in an air-conditioned bubble. There's so much more going on here. You've got a $10 million plan. You've built the visitor centre on the entrance. What are some of the other things you can do in the wheel?
Okay, for those of you who want to try something special, we have the Moe Shandong flight. You know, we have a free flow Moe Shandong in a theme capsule.
Yep.
That's very popular. Now, in addition to that, we have sky dining, and we bring in celebrity chefs. So you can dine for a party of 2 or party of 10 in a private capsule. These two are the hottest seller.
That is a romantic way to propose to somebody as well, secretly, I'm sure.
Yeah, and recently, at the beginning of April, we just launched the Journey of Dream. That enhances the value proposition of our ticket holders, and the objective is to create an emotional resonance with the flyer. So you want to learn about the Singapore story, so this is a place to be.
It's a great journey, right from the word go. You just get the full package.
Yeah, and the best part is you want to try the original Singapore Sling. Just stop by at our flyer lounge and try for yourself the original Singapore Sling.
The Singapore Sling is a cocktail that was developed sometime before 1915 by a bartender working at the Long Bar at the Raffles Hotel. The original recipe uses gin, cherry, Benedictine and fresh pineapple juice to create a frothy top. At Raffles is still the #1 drink. And it's a great hangout for expats. You can get your fish and chips or just an English beer. If you love shopping, Singapore is a shopping mecca with so many malls and so many shops you can get completely lost. Have a look at the corridor behind me. It just goes on and on and on. The good thing about this is if it's hot upstairs and outside it can be muggy or wet, you can stay underground the whole day and shop to your heart's content. Retail therapy at its best. How are you enjoying your shopping day?
Yes,
You've done well, yeah?
yeah. I'm very like shopping.
You're a shopaholic.
Yeah.
Singapore is a shopper's paradise, yeah?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from China.
From
China.
China. Okay, so do you find it expensive here, or is it? Do you get the variety?
So.
So, yeah.
Maybe compared with China, it's a little expensive. But in Singapore, that's okay lah.
It's okay. Shopping in Singapore isn't that much cheaper than you'll find back home. We're at Sim Lim Square. This is the largest electronical supermarket you'll ever find here in Singapore. And of course, prices are roughly 10-20% cheaper than you'll find back home. You can bargain a little bit, but some stores, no, not necessarily. But have a look at how big this is. You could get lost and confused.
Why not to buy a computer?
Why not to buy a computer in Singapore?
Yeah.
What are you worried about?
Warranty.
So what sort of computer are you looking for then?
Just entertainment.
Oh, okay.
PC.
So what are they saying about warranty factor then?
2 years international, all the right.
There you go, you got everything going for you.
The warranty point's 3,000 kilometres away, so this might as well come back to Singapore.
Okay, so price point?
I think it's marginally cheaper,
Yeah.
but how much cheaper, it's hard to say.
It's quite overwhelming, isn't it?
It's quite interesting.
Yeah. Well, happy bartering.
Thanks. See
Good
you
luck.
later.
What brand?
Hey?
What brand?
Azus.
Zeus. Never heard of that.
No reply.
Oh, okay. Oh, it could be dodgy.
I think he's moving for MP3 or iPod.
iPod. That's
Yeah.
the whiz gang thing at the moment, is it?
Yeah.
So what do you have? Are you got what sort of techno head are you? Are you a big phone guy or PlayStation guy or?
No, not really.
Not really?
Not really.
But your friend is?
No, I think he just needs something to listen to songs.
Yeah. So do you find this place confusing or overwhelming?
Yeah, it's quite confusing because everything looks the same.
It does look the same.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people here.
Yeah. It is crowded. It's so many floors of the same thing. Well, I hope you find what you like.
All right.
Thank you. We're heading down Haji Lane. This is a very relaxed street. It's basically in the Arab Quarter, very colourful, lots to do. Just hang out with friends, and we'll see what everybody's doing on this street. We're in now an Egyptian cafe. It seems to be the thing you just do down this strip is just smoke tobacco, yeah?
Something like that.
Okay, what flavour you want?
Watermelon.
Watermelon, okay.
Choice by this lovely gentleman.
It was a bad idea, and in retrospect, very sweet and not very good. We should have gone for something more traditional like mint, but we had to try it, right?
Okay, so how many flavours do you have here?
We have too much flavor.
Too much? Never enough, surely.
We have apple, orange, grapes, strawberry, peach, watermelon, also Red Bull we have.
Okay, so what's the most popular?
The apple.
What flavour are you going for today?
This is a double apple.
Double apple. So a bit sweet for you?
Because one's never enough.
Never enough. So you actually withdraw it, or you just hold it in your mouth and just spit it out?
You suck it in real deep. Yeah. And then you blow it out.
You getting high off of this?
No. You do actually, after a while, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It goes away pretty quickly.
One of the most colourful things about this street is the perfume, and of course we're here to see Jahari at Safar Aromatics. This is his shop here, and we're going to check it out. I'm just here with Jahari at one of the most amazing shops. It smells beautiful in here. Now you do a lot of perfumes here?
Yeah, we custom blend a lot of perfumes here. Everything you see on the shelves here, we had some hand in making it. We import all the raw ingredients from everywhere, all over the world. Bottles too, antique bottles, handmade bottles from Czechoslovakia, Egypt.
And this is a street known for this sort of thing. So how long have you been here?
My family has been here. My grandfather started the business on the street in 1933. So this is my version of what he started, and so I'm just continuing the tradition. We also make the perfumes in their raw form, in the concentrated form, because then we have the option of making it into anything we want. We can make an eau de parfum like you get in the shops. I can make a solid perfume from it.
Is there a Singapore perfume as well? Is there anything manufactured here?
Well, Singapore, there's not much agriculture going on, but frangipani is supposed to be one of the natural flowers, but still there's no industry here. We get our frangipani extracts from different countries from around the region.
Wait, well, I'll let you mix and make some potions. Now, I must say it's lunchtime, and one of the things you do in Singapore is basically eat, and you eat a lot. There's a lot of variety, a lot of food. The food is actually safe, quite good to eat. But if a restaurant is packed, it's always good. My tip is don't eat too much for breakfast at the hotel buffet, because you've got to save some room for other flavours. If you've got more than 24 hours in Singapore, why don't you check out Sentosa Island? Right here opposite me is Universal Studios, also the beach, so on the weekend it's packed. You can catch a cable car, you can catch a ferry, and you can catch a monorail, many forms to get over to the other side. Lots to see and do here in Sentosa Island. As you can see, I've got the big lion behind me. There's a butterfly park, and just over the other side of this is the beachfront. So we might just explore a little further, but at the moment I'm just getting a nice breeze of water spray to cool me down because it's quite hot. Okay, we've made it to the other side of the Sentosa beach, and it's basically a long strip of beaches on this island. It stretches quite far, and it's the only really white sand beach you'll find here in Singapore. So it's on the weekend, everyone flocks here. I tell you what, at 31 degrees, which is normal, it's damn hot. Okay, how do you get off the island? We walked around one way and you've got to get to the cable cart. So you've got to do the chairlift to the cable cart. But there's this fun thing you can do is jump on these little carts and go up the top of the mountain and choose two tracks One's called the Dragon Track, which has got the fast turns, and the other one's a little bit more sedate, and they say it's very addictive. Okay, we're heading up to the top of the mountain on the chairlift, and it is kind of frightening. So we'll just... Cameraman doesn't want to do it because he's afraid he's going to drop the camera in. Fair enough. So we'll have a look at the views. Enjoy. We're just now in the cable car, and you get a great understanding of the scenery of Singapore here. Right below me, they're building the biggest underwater theme park, which is under construction, as you can see. And beautiful skylines, and we're virtually getting to the top point here in Singapore. So we're heading up to 200 meters to the Marina Bay Sands sky deck. This is pretty awesome, so come for the ride. And a very short 30-second trip to the 57th floor, you get the sky deck observation. Beautiful clear skies of Singapore. The whole city just sweeps across here, and just below here, this is the peak. I step off the building and we go over the edge. The edge hangs over longer than a 747, and it's pretty safe. It's not wobbly. So this whole building took 3 years to build, which is pretty amazing and pretty fast. Now, the way that they've done this section was built in bits and joined together, whereas the bridges in the middle were lifted up on cables and placed into the top pieces. You get a glimpse of the infinity pool. The pool is 3 Olympic pool sizes, and from this angle, it looks like it's about to drop off the edge. With 600 plants and 250 trees, it's almost an oasis away from an oasis. With 2,561 rooms, it can get quite crowded up here, and that's why it's only open for guests. Every level on each floor was built in 4 days. So in 4 days, one new level in building 1, 2 and 3. And then basically they've got the atrium, so you've got the glass walls, and it's quite cool in here the way that it's designed so that the airflow on the outside of the building cools as well, so it doesn't heat up the building. Okay, we've got Mari Patali's restaurant here. We've got Wolfgang Puck behind us. This is what we call Restaurant Row. Now, the little thing about working here, or actually getting in, you need to win an award first before you can actually have a restaurant here. So no one can just pop in. You need to be a celebrity chef. So you can eat, shop to your heart's content. Most close about 11 o'clock at night and start roughly about 11 o'clock at the daytime. We're heading to the Singapore Sling. This sounds like a great way to end the day. Up here we've got the exclusive drinks, the absolute vodka.
13 is that?
Yeah.
Louis 13.
Beautiful.
It's expensive cognac.
Oh, I'm not leaving here. So obviously you guys have won awards for having the best Singapore Sling. I mean, what does it take to win an award? What do you have to do?
We have to impress the judges.
Yeah.
And the concoctions has to be just nice, perfect. Also has to look nice, especially for the ladies.
He's teasing me. He's just slowing the garnish down and just making me look. I'm getting very thirsty. This is a great way to end the show, and I'll see you next week. Stay tuned for another exciting show. What a great holiday that was.